Hey everyone, welcome back to another video at noahhammond.com. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the masculine and the feminine energies. We're going to talk about what constitutes each, and we're going to give you a general understanding of that so that you can understand what's really happening in our societies right now, which is a huge imbalance in the masculine and the feminine energies. And it's what's causing so much strife and complication and misunderstanding inside of our relationships. It's the reason that our divorce rate is well over 50%. And it's the reason why so many people are struggling to find a relationship that really satisfies them. So let's start with the very basic groundwork. The masculine energy and the feminine energy. We need to know what they look like so we can understand where this imbalance has come from. The masculine energy is strong. It's grounded, it's firm, it's decisive, it's a protective energy, right? It's all of these things. It gets stuff done, it takes care of business, it makes stuff happen. It is the straight arrow, okay? The feminine energy, this is kind and caring and carefree and nurturing and relaxed and gentle and playful and the caregiver. It really is this kind, nurturing, caregiving energy. It's why it's Mother Earth, because Mother Earth gives us everything we need for our survival. It takes care of us, right? It's this nurturing energy. That's what feminine energy is, light and playful, right? So the masculine energy is like that straight arrow, takes care of business, gets stuff done, it's unwavering, it's firm. The feminine energy is much more of like, you know, if it was, it wouldn't even be an arrow, it's like a cloud, right? It's like all over the place, and it's gentle, and it's carefree, and all those things, right? And the fusion of them is beautiful. Now understand that inside of all of us, there's masculine and feminine energy. Okay, there's the yin and the yang inside of all of us. Nobody can be 100% masculine. If they are, they're just faking it. Nobody can be just 100% feminine. If they are, they're faking it. It's fully incorporated in both of us. Or both of them are fully incorporated in us, okay? Now, here's where this imbalance has happened in our society, and I'll give you a description of what's really going on. Back in the 50s, when the feminist movement was happening, and women were battling to gain equal rights, which I obviously fully support. Women should absolutely have equal rights. But what happened is, in order to gain those equal rights, a lot of women took on a sameness, right? Because it's still a masculine, macho, egocentric society that we live in, right? And so in order to play the game, so to speak, women had to start playing the part. Women in the business world function as though they are men. They are firm and rigid, and they get stuff done, and they take care of business, and they do all these masculine things in order to play the part, so that it was even possible for them to infiltrate the structure of our society and gain those equal rights. So they got something amazing, which is equal rights, and the ability to vote and all those amazing things. What they also got, though, unfortunately, was a propensity for too much masculinity. And this kills a lot of women, especially women in the business world, who are out of touch with that caregiver, that carefree, nurturing, playful. Think about the women who are really killing it in business, and ask yourself, do the words carefree, nurturing, playful, lighthearted, spontaneous, do those words come to mind when you see the way that they behave or the energy that they carry? Absolutely not. And so here's what's happened. Because men are primarily driven by our desire for women, it really is one of the main things that motivates us in life. It's really the basic motivation for everything. It's biological. Because women took on these new masculine characteristics, it's the yin and the yang. It has to balance. So men started taking on many more feminine characteristics. Think about the male role models of the past, like Clint Eastwood, right? He is a man. He is masculine. He is strong and grounded and firm and confident and all those things. Right? And now think about a lot of the male role models, you know, and maybe this isn't that pertinent, but what comes to mind for me is like Chandler from Friends, right? He's like goofy and unsure of himself, and yeah, he's funny, but you know, the words that come to mind, you know, Clint Eastwood would kick Chandler's ass and say, "What kind of man are you?" Right? And that's where a lot of the men are getting their role models from nowadays. It's this like goofy, droopy, like unsure of himself, follow the girl around like a lap dog, where do you want to go to eat? I don't know, huh? Like that kind of guy is the role model that many men have. And then the women have this role model of like Sex in the City, like I don't need a man for anything, I'm badass, I'm strong, I'm rigid, I'm firm, like and what really happened is we're all out of touch with who we really are as a result. And so nobody can find the successful relationships they want because these women who are being overly masculine, they don't truly want to be that way. On their biological level, they want to be carefree, nurturing, motherly, all of those things. And on a biological level, men want to be confident and sure of themselves and firm and masculine and all of those things. But we're all programmed with a whole bunch of nonsense that just makes us really, really confused, and then makes each other confused because, you know, men think that we want, you know, it's like why is Paris Hilton hot? It's just programming. There's absolutely nothing biologically attractive about a girl like Paris Hilton, right? Is she gonna be a good mother? Absolutely not. Is she gonna pass my genes down to forward generations? Is she gonna take care of my kids? Is she gonna bring the motherly, nurturing, carefree energy that they need to grow up and feel good every day and get what they need? Absolutely not. She is not a mother to my children, right? But that is what's programmed in our society as like the hot girl, right? And then what's the hot guy right now are these like very much like guys wearing makeup and like going to the spa and really putting a lot of time into their clothes and their image and all these things. Is that gonna make sure your child is safe? Is that guy who's like got primped fingernails, is he gonna be able to fight the cave lion when he comes after your children? Like absolutely not, right? So on a logical level, we desire these people who don't really make sense. And so then biologically we're not being fulfilled, and there's this huge dissonance between the two, and everybody is confused, and everybody is in these unhappy relationships, and they don't quite understand why. Right? So it's this huge, massive problem, and that was, you know, the fastest I could explain it. So there's a lot more to it, but that's something that's really important to understand. So in this video, I want to wrap it up. In this video, I just want you to understand that this is what's going on. I want you to start noticing it because you're going to see it from movies to TV to magazines to what people talk about. You're going to see it all over the place now. It's unavoidable for your awareness now. And most importantly, I'd like you to go inside and maybe take 5 minutes to write, you know, how am I being blank, masculine or feminine? You know, am I being masculine? Am I being feminine? You know, how am I potentially acting from these conditionings from society? You know, I used to be a victim to it big time. I used to do dopey, droopy things, writing girls love poems that they weren't really coming from me. They were coming from this like programmed idea of how you're supposed to do romance. It wasn't authentic, right? And a lot of girls that are putting on these like really killer high boots, which are totally sexy by the way, but you know, they're putting on these killer high boots to be like this badass bitch, you know? But that's like, is that really how you want to dress, or is that cool because Angelina Jolie does it, right? So without, you know, ripping yourself apart or anything, don't feel bad about it because we're all victims to programming in some way, shape, or form. I want you to just get conscious of these kinds of things and maybe start writing down some ways where you could be more masculine or be more feminine by potentially dropping some of these social conditionings. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you have any questions at all about it, feel free to email me at noah@noahhammond.com, and I'll make sure to get back to you or create another video for you to clarify. Also comment in the comment section below this video, and I'll definitely be seeing those. And if you have any questions on anything else, you know, health related, wealth related, business, relationships, whatever, send me a question and I'll definitely be making videos. So thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll see you soon with the next video.